Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Oh my god, where's my voice gone? Don't know where that came from, not too sure. But anyway, let's get into the video talking about my roundup for the weekend and how the weekend of football has gone across the Premier League, the top 5 European leagues, and giving my team of the week for the Premier League for the week. We're going to start with the game. How can we not start with the game? City versus Liverpool usually is the game. Over the past 7 years or so has been the game. Arsenal have crept in there against City, but this year it's not as much so. City not coming to the game as much hype, not there as much because obviously, well, they were definitely missing someone. I can tell you that now by watching the game. They were missing Haaland. They were missing Haaland so badly in that 2-0 loss Liverpool. Salah's win with us, goal and then assist. A cheeky little corner tactic, not the usual, just smack it in and see where it goes. And hopefully it hits on Van Dijk's head. It was like nice, it was a routine. Still off Bournemouth, just saying. And I suppose having a neat finish just to send Edison the wrong way, like goodbye, see you later. But City were the more dominant team, and this is what I was trying to like figure out the other day. I can see the cracks in Liverpool's team. I said it months ago. The cracks will appear, and you'll see the cracks, and I think the cracks have become more visible right now. City created the more chances, had the better chances. They just didn't have anyone to finish the chances. That was the issue. So obviously Liverpool won the game thanks to Mo Salah having a brilliant season and continuing the march. But once again, when they lose these players like Van Dijk, like Salah, they will not recover. It's going to be annoying when they win the league this year, because they are going to win the league this year. A win like this is cementing that further and further every week. Hopefully they slip up more. 9 game weeks to go, and I'm getting tired. Right, on to Arsenal and West Ham though. We'll talk about something else, because Arsenal are chasing them down in the title race. But of course they bottled it. Of course they have. Of course they bottled it. 1-0 West Ham. Bowen, scoring the goal. West Ham are just Arsenal's bogey team. I said this in a Super Bowl video a couple of weekends ago. When the Super Bowl was on, I made like a Super Bowl of the Premier League. And I was like, West Ham, over the past 7 games, beat Arsenal. Arsenal just poor. They're just sleeping. Don't know what they're doing. Lewis Skelly, people going, oh, he's got another red. It's that red. Yeah, Lewis Skelly took on a man, whatever. It's Raya's fault. If Raya was in his goal where the goalkeeper should be, it's not a red. But instead, Raya was on the halfway line. Why are you so high in a transitional bit of play? Why are you so high? Because the decision was because Kudus could have, like, Raya was so far positioned, Kudus could have hit it if Lewis Skelly didn't take him out. Did not have a goal scoring opportunity. It's just poor. It was just poor. But, do you know who didn't look poor? Wan-Bissaka, mate. Wan-Bissaka was turning it up down that right side. Looking like a wing-back. United need a wing-back. Oh, we had him. But, yeah, I wouldn't want Wan-Bissaka as one of our wing-backs. He's high intensity, he's high work rate. I like it, but it just... I'm not okay with the crossing. He didn't put the cross in for Bowen's goal. We can let it slide. Villa and Chelsea played each other on Saturday night, and that was the highlight game of the Saturday. That was a soccer Saturday game. That was a game we look forward to. And you know what? It did provide in some ways. In some ways, it kind of let us down. But like Rashford looked so good in the Villa shirt. He got dropped at the start of the game and came on and went, you know what? I'm going to change things up. And he did change things up and got 2 assists for himself. Essentially, getting 2 goals for himself. They were dodgy goals, but being in the right place. Enzo was also in the right place for Chelsea, because no one else seems to be right now. Everyone else seems to be all over the place. I don't know if Palmer's lacking confidence, but he just wasn't on it. It just wasn't on it like he usually is, and I don't know what's gone on there. But yeah, Rashford looking fine, and then it's just poor. It's just poor defending, poor goalkeeping once again. Usual story at Chelsea right now. Jorgensen, I thought he had a good game until right at the end, just letting it slip through his hands. What you doing? What are you doing? On to United's game, and oh man, this was such an annoying game. We got pressured too much. We just got pressured so much. Beto was so good at that high intensity football. He's going David Moyes' main man right now, and he got a goal for the game as well. Just smacked it to the ground. It could have gone over. It's one of them. Onana should have done better, but he should have really done better. But the second goal, which Corey scored, I don't know what he's doing. When Harrison hits it, he goes like that, and Rainbow, like, what are you doing, pal? What are you doing? But thankfully in the second half we changed things up. Bruno sat a bit deeper. Ugati's just starting to tear people apart. Dorgu smashing it down the wing, and then Garnacho being Garnacho, taking someone on, and it got us somewhere. Garnacho wins a free kick. We take the free kick. We score from the free kick, and then it kind of spirals from there. We get a result. Agate, once again, another set piece. Agate smacking from outside the box. The main men, people that fit in Amorim's system playing well for Amorim. Shock horror. But yeah, we got a point out of it in the end after being 2-0 down at half time. So I will take it. Oh my god, the yawn's coming in there because it's very late in the morning right now when we're recording this. Bournemouth and Wolves, and Bournemouth have been really good this season. People are talking about Champions League football, and then Wolves went, oh, people talking about Championship football for Wolves. Wolves went, yes, turn the script. 1-0. I mean, Bournemouth had done 10 men, but it was deserved 10 men. Zabadiani was too high. I heard him on Match of the Day, like Shearer's talking about, like, oh, it's not his fault. The ball's like slipped over, and he's won the ball and it's gone into it. Like, no. He's gone recklessly into a challenge and it's studded someone in the ankle. It's a red card. And Cunha taking advantage of that. I think Huijsen, when they're down to 10 men, is pushing too high for their main centre back there. He gets a lot of credit. I've given Huijsen a lot of credit, but he was way too high for that goal because considering how deep the rest of the defence was, he was just pushing way too high up, and Cunha took advantage of it and scored the goal. Ipswich and Spurs played each other, and after Ipswich won at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium already this year, I was like, yeah, you know what, Ipswich can turn some stuff around here, get cooking, score some goals against Spurs. No. Spurs had to score some goals against Ipswich, 4 goals. And I know, someone scored 4 goals. I think Ipswich were unlucky. I think they were. I thought the chances they conceded weren't like massively their fault. Like the deflection for Jed Spencer's goal, it is what it is sometimes. Sometimes the luck's not on your side, then it's just not on the side of anyone that comes up from Championship right now. Delap was causing mayhem at the start. He was causing trouble. He was causing problems, but it was dealt with. Johnson getting a goal back on the score sheet as well for Spurs, and then Kulusevski topping things off at the end. It was hard to speak about the game for the goals and Spurs because, as I said, the goals were iffy. They were iffy at best. Fulham Palace in a game that I thought could have gone either way, but I was stupid to think that because I forgot Fulham struggled to make chances. They didn't have a shot on target. Henderson didn't have a save to make all game. That is so poor. I was like, in my head, going, yeah, Munoz versus Robinson, this is going to be a heated battle down that wing there because Robinson's going to take advantage of Munoz leaving space in behind. Munoz could take advantage of Robinson leaving space in behind. Munoz took advantage, Robinson didn't. There's no creativity at Fulham right now. It is just poor. Meanwhile at Palace, Eze, Munoz, Sarr, even Mateta creating chances constantly. And Lacroix being a proper aerial threat all game, are absolutely pushing it. Anderson scoring an own goal against former club, looking like he shouldn't have left, but he did, and Palace are looking better off for it. Southampton Brentford finishing 4-0. Brentford just walking over Southampton. Southampton's getting walked over, really, aren't they? They're down and out. It's over. Goodbye. I would say it's been nice having you, but it's not Southampton. You've not done much. They're making their own problems. That's what it is. They make their own problems. Southampton, Brighton. João Pedro scoring, Jorginho just making a muck of them all. But I think the biggest problem was, why is Aribo playing as centre back? Aribo is definitely not a centre back. I have no clue why he's playing there. Apparently, he had a good game there the other week. Great. Well, they had 2 fit centre backs instead of obviously Bednarek came off earlier. But yeah, it baffled me. Another team that lost 4-0 was Leicester, another relegation side, losing 4-0 to another secure Premier League team who 10 years ago you'd be like, they're secure in the Premier League. What are you talking about? Brentford. Flecken stopping the early chances, preventing the early chances from doing anything from Vardy. And you know what, I was looking at it and going, damn, I've been saying for years that the only thing missing from Brentford was a bit of creativity in behind the strikers, and Damsgaard's just doing it, man. Like, it felt like he wasn't going to do for a while. Like, I was, when I saw Damsgaard going Brentford, I was like, that's what they need. And then he's finally come into that role, and he's doing it well. Behind him, Mbeumo and Vissa, who we know what they do. We know they do it well. And then the final game of the weekend to speak about was Newcastle Forest, and we've said the best till last. This was 7 goals in this game. 7 goals. Forest opening the score with Hudson-Odoi scoring. Pope, I don't know what he's doing. He's on the far side of the net. I know he's trying to read Hudson-Odoi, like, doing his signature, just I'm going to curl into the top bins. But Hudson-Odoi looked at that and went, there's a massive gap there. I'm going to shoot there instead. And he scores. You can see why Trafford's coming to Newcastle next year. I think he's needed at Newcastle next year, and I think he's a very good goalkeeper. And if Burnley do come up, Burnley once again is going to struggle because they're missing key players like this. But yeah, it was a poor mistake from Pope at the start, but then Hall recovered it, because Hall, creative masterclass. 2 assists, winning a penalty as well. He's doing well. Jacob Murphy scoring again. He's like with a cheeky penalty, and a cheeky little finish for the second goal as well. And at the end, it was 4-1 at this point, and at the end, towards the end, Foresters throw some corner mayhem in the end and finish 4-3. It was an exciting game. My team of the week, Sarr in net, a clean sheet at the Vitality this season. Not an easy thing with the way Bournemouth attack. I know they're down to 10 men, but I thought it was a good game. I thought Kepa had a good game as well, but conceding a goal, I didn't want like when these clean sheets to be given to as well. I can give it Sarr. My defence have gone with Lacroix because I said aerial presence and defended really well, prevented Fulham from having the chances. I said Fulham have been creating chances poorly, but at the same time they don't have the chances. And I have gone for Kanate as well, just having a good game against City, defending well from Trent's mistakes. Wan-Bissaka, I could have gone with Munoz. I really could have gone with Munoz, but seeing Wan-Bissaka get the only assist and have a great game against Arsenal is better than Munoz's great game against Fulham. And I've already got a Crystal Palace defender. I don't want to, doubling down on it too much. I've gone with Lewis Hall at left back as well once again. I said creative involvement all over, and England's #1 left back in my opinion right now. So Bosley is in the midfield with Asensio and Bruno, just getting goals, doing the job, putting the work in, gets into the team. And Buemo putting the work in, gets into the team. Beto definitely putting the work in to get in the team. My lord, the guy puts the pressure on constantly. It was fearful watching that guy get about, and that's why he's in a good goal scoring form right now. And then Rashford, as I said, coming off the bench and then doing what he did, has to get into the team for the team of the week. On to the evolution, start with the Championship. Watford beating Luton 2-0 in a derby. It's one of them school score, and they got a penalty as well, which I always find mad. Sunderland getting beat by Hull. Hull doing this again, where after January transfer window, made some loan signings, pull some players in, and you start winning games again and go, can Hull do it? Are they too far away? Can they push for a playoff spot? I don't think they can. I think there's too many good teams ahead of them now to make that push. But Sunderland were one of them good teams and they lost to them, so we'll wait and see if Hull can drag the points back. Plymouth and Cardiff drawing 1-1, a game that Cardiff probably needed to win, try and survive, but Plymouth getting a good result out of it. Swansea beating Blackburn, poor for Blackburn, without John Eustace losing 3-0 there. They should be doing better. Norwich beating Stoke 4-2, big game for Norwich, making sure that they are on the right path to try and push for playoffs. Burnley 4-0 against Sheffield Wednesday. Sheffield Wednesday went catch up to United for us, catch up to Sheffield United, and we'll be fine, boys. I'm gonna be fine. So they're happy to lose that game probably, just to try and stop Sheffield United from going to the Premier League. And then Borough losing to Bristol City. It's just not good. Borough's on such a terrible run of form right now. I think they've got 9 points from the last 10 games. That is terrible. It is terrible. Borough, I know they've lost some key players, but they give me a bit of hope, man. I think, can Borough come up with Carrick? And no, it's just not happening. I'm still sticking by Sunderland and Leeds are the main teams that are coming up, and then it's going to be either Burnley or Sheffield, isn't it? But Sunderland and Leeds are the 2 teams coming up next year, and then someone else is coming up. Sunderland are coming up through the playoffs. Whoever gets second is the other one. I don't know. On to La Liga, and Bilbao winning 7-1 with 6 different goal scorers. The Williams brothers both scored in the game as well, showing their quality and showing why I've got them as favourites for the Europa League right now. A team that I really don't want to face in the Europa League, but we're on the same side of the draw of them, so que sera. Real Madrid beating Girona 2-0. Getafe getting beat by Betis 2-1 with Anthony getting an assist and a red card. Up and down, he does it all over, doesn't he? Valencia getting beat 3-0 by Atletico Madrid, and Barcelona winning against Las Palmas 2-0 as well. That title race is still cooking on. It's still cooking on, but it's a title race where it looks like it's over now. It looks like Kane's finally got a medal on his neck, because Bayern won 4-0 against Frankfurt. Frankfurt, one of the teams chasing down Bayern, but without Mamouche, not going to do nothing. Leverkusen winning a game 2-0. Cool stuff against Holstein. Dortmund though, after, they've had some bad runs recently, winning 6-0 in their game against Union Berlin, with Garassi scoring 4 goals. Fairs. Sometimes you got to hold your hands up and say fair. Just fairs. Lille beating Monaco 2-1 in Ligue 1, which is vital for that Champions League race. Monaco slipping points up again. Lyon getting beat by PSG. Vital for them European races. Obviously PSG probably going to win the league. It's another one where it is basically confirmed. And then Marseille, helping PSG basically confirm it by losing to Auxerre 3-0. De Zerbi was not a happy man after the game. But a league table where we don't know if it's confirmed, and that's big. That's thankful to those crazy results like Como beating Napoli. Oh my god, I just love it. I love the Serie A so much. Como beating Napoli, Verona beating. Was it Venezia? I think it was Verona beating Fiorentina. Poor from Fiorentina. Empoli getting beat 5-0 by Atalanta. Atalanta getting knocked out of Champions League, and they're taking their anger out on Empoli there with a 5-0 win. Juventus beating Cagliari 1-0. Torino beating AC Milan 2-1, and Inter winning their game 1-0. Inter currently top, but Napoli 1 point behind, and Atalanta 3 points behind. I've still got Atalanta as favourites for the year. We'll wait and see how it goes. We've still got a few games left in Serie A, but I'm all here for the excitement. That is going to be the end of the video now, guys. If you've liked the video, please leave a like. And see more, subscribe, because there's more on the channel every single day. Thank you for watching, guys, and hopefully I do catch you next time. Cheers.